Now I need to share the link. Let's go here. I'm going to share our link really quickly. Share. Copy link. Post it in here. I'll send it here. We'll send it here. We'll send it here. And we'll post it here.
Amazing enough high enough to get the VIP or whatever you want to come pinch that. Hello? Oh. That's unfortunate. Hold up. Now what you talking? Are you broadcasting to YouTube through
my
I know you're talking on you're using Discord for your phone. PS5? Odd. Will you connect to Discord and stream on YouTube from the same PS5? Okay. So do you want to put on voice activity, that way you can speak? That's what I do with my phone on, because I rarely go on actually talk on Discord on my phone, and when I do, I leave it on put on voice activity because it's easier. Because I have no idea how to get push to talk to work on mobile Discord. Wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. So, wait. So, because you're in VIP, you don't have, even though you're a mod, if you have in VIP, you have to use push to talk? Huh? That is dumb. I guess I never really put two and two together on that, because I'm an admin. I'm an admin. So it's just that's actually wild. Holy crap. Well, that is okay.
Now this should be working.
So you're a mod. Your audience tier is rated in the server on the server as a mod. But that doesn't allow you to use voice activity in the VIP channel?
Nope. I had to enable push to talk, and I don't know how to do that on mobile. So
Oh.
I'm going to just turn the music volume all the way down on Warframe, and I'm gonna put the main volume at like 64. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That works.
I will throw up on a separate screen your YouTube stream.
Yeah, because it's easier for me to do it on YouTube from the PS5 because I can just do it that way. That's how I do my content.
Yeah.
For generations, you've
Yeah, I feel it. Trust me. I don't frequent YouTube streams because I'll be real, unless they have like cross-Twitch integration for like the emote, like your standard like BTTV and 7TV emotes
Yeah.
on Twitch, then I just default avoid YouTube streams as a whole.
Well, you know, I gotta figure out how to do emotes on YouTube. I think I've gotta get like monetized.
Yeah, you gotta. I think you gotta be like a YouTube partner or something.
Yeah, so I've got to get monetization. So I've
work towards becoming like an actual YouTube, proper like YouTuber, not like YouTube streamer.
yeah. I mean, eventually when I get a PC and all that, I'm gonna make videos. You know, probably primarily Warframe and shit.
from the ruins of
Yeah, because you've gained a decent chunk of knowledge.
Like I can basically do what iFlynn used to do and do a beginner guide every year.
but
Yeah.
there's still
Just like covering your bases, like okay, what's new and what's new for like beginners, right?
That's kind of why I started this new account, so that way anyone who wants to get into Warframe can kind of see the first, like, I want to say 100-ish, maybe hours of Warframe, and if they want to see more, I'll do more.
the Tenno.
Where's
Monuments
the
of an ancient warrior caste.
Take that off there. Because I don't need it in theater mode if it's on my 60 hertz.
Yeah, like, what I plan to do...
Let me just drop this for you. Blink.
Yeah, what I plan to do
Right?
with...
So here's the thing why there's a reason why I said I don't need theater mode on my 60 hertz.
Mhm.
Not in theater mode YouTube on my 180 hertz
Mhm.
is tiny.
Oh, bam.
So I have in order for me to enjoy actually watching a YouTube video on my main screen, right?
Mhm.
I have to have
Theater mode.
yeah. Where's my Warframe one? Oh, I was in my uncategorized, unfavorited list of people that I have in my Steam library. I have a lot in my library, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't have a lot in my library, but, you know, that'll change.
Let's see, favorites and stuff alone. Favorites I have, I think it's 200, 108.
Jesus.
208 in my Steam library that are easy to access in my Steam library. They're readily available. And I have, what do you call it? Uncategorized games, and that's just games and software.
Yeah.
And then I have, 3 soundtracks. Which is just like cyberpunk content, Dark Side soundtrack, and 114 Space Marine 1 soundtrack.
Oh. I need to like backtrack on like a lot of 40K. Oh, damn it. I haven't even finished the first one.
Yeah, I'm at the final fight. I think the final boss fight.
Together,
I can't
they
beat it
fought
right now, but
back.
the last time I tried to take a crack at that fight, it was
Bringing
when
an end to an empire.
I was down upon her for a spell because I was a stealth dog.
Then they
Oh.
left.
Damn.
Like when it was when it was, I think either down upon her or had like a garbage headset.
Mm-hmm.
Forgotten.
And, yeah, that's when I had a garbage headset because I didn't have a good headset at the time with a mic.
Damn.
Like a dream.
So it's just like, what you call it? So it's just that I had a headset that didn't have a lot of reach. So I had to literally catty corner myself at my desk so the headset could reach without stretching the knee.
Wake up, Tenno.
Damn.
So I could like sit on my desk and play video games
Yeah.
and not have to worry about
Wake up.
the cable, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm just wanking mad right now because I'm just like, I'm very tired.
So I'm gonna... I'm gonna pick Volt because the other two are pretty easy to get early on.
Yeah, the two easier to get early on. Mold is one that's harder to get until you, it's the harder of the three.
Unless you have a clan.
Yeah, and because like you can't get Volt if you start with either Mag or
Excal.
Excal, you won't be able to get Volt until you join a clan dojo, and they have all the research and stuff unlocked for the Tenno lab.
Yeah, I mean my clan I'm in on the main account does, but I don't have the dojo key and clan key on here, so I'm not gonna worry about it right now, like rejoining.
Yeah.
We are taking this one.
And I don't want to get an
us.
unfair advantage, so I'm gonna join a clan around the same time I think someone else would, which isn't around MR1. I don't see a lot of MR1s in clans anyways, so...
Use your power.
Yeah.
Defend yourself.
Not to mention that MR1 with Wukong yesterday, he never ended up hitting me back up about like helping him with missions.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Oh, I would say I was like waiting for like the majority of the night.
Yeah.
Will be hunting you.
It's,
Arm
you know,
yourself.
it's kind of weird seeing such low numbers seeing such low damage from a Volt after I compared to like, oh, well, I could probably get out of a Volt or Volt Prime if I wanted to.
Yeah, but you know this is early game. I don't have Volt modded yet.
Yeah.
This is like extremely early, and of course I'm not gonna stick with just Volt. So
You're what?
I'm-
Didn't cut out.
I'm not just gonna stick with Volt. Like once I'm able to farm Prime frames, I'm gonna start getting Prime frames. I'm gonna demonstrate that to people.
Yeah, demonstrate how that works.
Because early on I could.
I don't know when you can join you and I can link up, but because I haven't
There's a
done
cache
this
of weapons
bit
ahead.
in quite
What
some
you
time.
Oh, I think this part, like, you know, I don't think I'm able to invite anyone on this part, but I know the part after this I am.
I was gonna say, this doesn't feel like you can actually invite people on this one.
See, both of the, it doesn't matter which one you choose on this. These are both relatively early. You can get them either way. I always go to kunai because I like going stealth early because of spy missions.
Yeah, spies early game are easy, but the later game ones, as a more veteran-ish player, not like super veteran, but just like as a more seasoned player, some of the later, like, Orpus,
The extraction point is up ahead.
like if he ever gets to be, once he gets to like, once he starts getting towards like the Corpus, spies,
A
the
tunnel flows
that
like
whole
fire over
hexagonal
the
thing,
terrain.
in much
Do you
later
remember how to
game
dash
Corpus
up
spies, the
walls?
entire thing fills up, and at that point you're better off just ciphering that crap.
That's
than
what I
trying
do
to
anyway,
spend
and like,
time to solve it manually, unless you get so unbelievably cracked at corporate ciphers and like getting corporate hacking that you can do it in such a rapid rate to where you can knock it out without needing a cipher.
Yeah, and I'm
just auto crack it.
I'm basically fucking veteran at this game. You know, I have over 1,000 hours into this game at this point, and I still can't do like the hardcore corpus ciphers like efficiently.
They are a pain in the butt. I'm personally just glad that they don't add that they haven't yet to move the whole thing. Like, oh, you move like where it kind of messes with you a bit, and it's like, oh, you move like one or two, and it's just like two or three next to it on either side in a different way. You have to fight it.
Yeah.
That's sort of you know the kind of mechanic I'm talking about, right? That bullcrap mechanic they added habits on other games, not Warframe, but in other games.
I mean, Warframe has its own, like, fault with it because of its, you know, you can make the smallest mistake and it immediately starts going on, like, a fucking unhinged countdown that's, like, not necessary for the spy.
Yeah, but countdown, I agree with, those is, like, unnecessary, especially in the late game. If you're being carried in a late game corporate mission where the ciphers cover the entire, hexagonal shape thing, whatever.
You can't afford mistakes on that, basically. Like, at all.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, I recommend, I tip to new players is like, as soon as you get the chance to craft, to start, and as soon as you get the chance to, and have the resources to do it, get the blueprint to make your ciphers, and just start, as you continuously have a good stockpile of resources for it, just crank out ciphers. Like, once you can afford the resources and get the resources to make those will save your butt in the later game with some of the corpus ones. The Grenier later hacking, not you call them ciphers, but the later game Grenier hacking is, in my opinion, easier to get used to master versus corpus.
Well, it's also because the Grenier are just super simple. Like, all you gotta do is just click your interact button, you know, get it all the way around.
Yeah.
The only thing you'll have
is... For PC on those, it's spacebar to hit those.
Yeah, for PlayStation and Xbox, it's your X and A button, respectively.
On my sensors to see
yeah.
Operator. Is that you?
And for PC, in case y'all are wondering, PC with corporate ciphers, to get them aligned right, is just click
The
on them.
operator is in danger?
You just left click on them until they're facing the right way, and you just gotta line them all up.
My fucking stream is not displaying chat. Let me know if I have a message at all.
Yeah. I don't own a PlayStation. I never have. So I have no idea, like, how that worked out, how that works. So, if there even is a way to actually get chat to, like, show up.
Oh, it does on my main. It's just on this one. I don't know it's probably because I just linked this to the YouTube and I haven't, like, done all of my settings yet.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I did was make sure my mic's unmuted.
It's like a whole brand new PSN.
Yeah. That's the only way I can restart Warframe, so I just made a whole new account.
Yeah, just made a whole new, like, PlayStation.
Yeah. I had to make a whole new email, but it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you'll probably have to make an email, because I don't think you can use the same email for both your main and an old account, because that would be kind of weird.
Unfortunately not, but my main account is the home PlayStation, so any game that my main account owns, this account owns, so. My main account owns Fortnite and Apex. This account owns...
Oh, I should probably get in game.
Discord just bugged the fuck out for a second there.
I didn't notice anything.
So, what it did for me is it crashed and reopened, but didn't render it because I was still in the VC.
For this old technology. It is superior to theirs. Perhaps Perhaps there are systems left in the orbit.
Yeah, it was so random. Restore ship comms.
Yeah,
Ship comms.
Those savages.
Kinda weird.
Components
That's
have been
odd.
removed. The
Yeah.
lower
Okay.
compartments
Oh,
will
I can go ahead and explain these rooms early because I already know what they are. This right here, if you encounter a Nidus or any Warframe that's infected by a helmet, you'll go in there, you'll pop the cyst. Or if you decide you want it to keep it for when you get your Kubro here, you can pop the cyst in the egg and then you'll get an infested Kubro, which is pretty cool. This right here, yeah, this is where the tutorial ends, lads. That's the operator room. That's where your tutorial of the game ends. That's where your introduction is over. And this is your main quarters. You know, nothing special.
Yeah.
Void relics right there. Arsenal right here. Customize your Warframe. You know, the usual shit.
Your void relic segment there, and your arsenal. Yeah, there's your arsenal. Streamer's behind for me, so.
You've got Foundry.
It says I'm on the current live feed. Your Discord comms and the stream aren't matching up for. Because I'm in the Discord, I'm in the server, in the Discord server.
Well, yeah, but you know, YouTube is a bit behind. That's where it needs to fix. But
I found a communications
other than that,
segment
streaming is
outside
pretty
this room.
smooth on here.
When you are ready, activate your
Okay, man, cool.
navigation system.
Nice.
Orders hoax the
But yeah,
operator.
you know, we have you have your
Fortress
Foundry right here. You'll make new weapons and your Warframe, shit like that.
Yeah, once we get to that point, you'll explain stuff.
Yeah, because it's not online. It's easier to explain when all the stuff's online, and I actually have
Yeah.
stuff to demonstrate with. Oh, look at that! Look at all the people hosting relics. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! How is that allowed? Dude straight up said, "You bastard," in Warframe.
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Games like Chat Filter just continues to surprise me in the worst ways. I hate it.
That dude's gonna get fucking com banned from Warframe if fucking Kickbot catches him doing that enough. Kickbot's gonna catch him. There's no if. It's Kickbot's gonna catch you. He's watching chat all the time. He's in every chat. There's no passing Kickbot. Like, you can get past him with your, you know, oh, yeah. Speaking of spy missions, here we go. We can demonstrate how piss easy early is.
Nearby data vault. Infiltrate
Look at
the
this
vault
vibe.
and retrieve the segment.
I imagine once you get to the point where you can start linking up with folks, it will tell you, right?
Yeah, I think after... It's a little bit after this is when you can start, like, actually inviting and linking up. But, like, the first part of Vor's Prize, you're not able to actually link with anyone, unfortunately. Like, they just want the new players to experience it.
They want you to get your feet wet and get your lay of the land on your own without being sped run through all this crap by like MR 30 pluses, you know?
Yeah, and trust me, MR30 pluses are not a rare occurrence anymore in this game. They are extremely common.
The enemy will start
Okay,
destroying the
so...
Because this game has been out for freaking eternity.
So, people normally just go straight brute force through here. I like to go through the vent. Like up here. Because it's just a straight shot into the vault. Like so. Just gotta avoid the little...
I didn't even know that was there, to be quite fair.
Oh, I learned about that from, like, you know, beginner guides on Warframe.
main extraction with no The
Ah.
segment is yours.
Like, I used to watch beginner guides a lot just to see how, like, new players are experiencing the game. I'm not wasting my time with the elevator. I just prefer to go up the stairs, get as much mastery as I can off these guys.
Yeah.
Because you need your MR. Unfortunately, that is very much required in this game, is ranking up your mastery rank. Not unfortunately, it's actually pretty good to rank up your MR. It unlocks more weapons.
So as a new player, for new players, when you the more you crank your mastery rank, the more stuff becomes therefore available to you. I think it's by like either MR 14, 15, or 16 is one of those three.
It's basically about MR16.
When.
MR16, you have everything.
Go ahead, Rick.
It's basically like everything. MR16, you basically have everything available to you, like readily at your fingertips. You just gotta build it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's MR16. So once you hit Mastery Rank 16, for those of you who are either looking to start Warframe or whatever, right? As soon as you hit MR16, basically everything under the sun that Warframe has to offer, from both early to mid game, any like new story content, any later story content, is like fully like unlocked and accessible in MR16. Beyond 16, the only reason
Systems engaging.
there's only like only real reason to keep doing
Get communications
Master
online.
Radios
I
is
must
because
analyze what
they
Boris's Cars is doing to
You
your
increase your
Warframe.
daily standing
This
cap.
technology is beyond the Grenier.
you just
It must be
increase your void
purpose and
trace
origin.
capacity.
Your standing cap.
Your standing caps and all that jazz.
You can also you'll also increase
It's a whole nother thing.
Excellent idea, Ordis.
Because the state, like
You
your
need to make
what you
contact
call
with
it.
the Corpus Defenders.
you can like your presets. Those get increased like a slot every few mastery levels.
You get like higher more presets for loadouts and stuff like that.
Those will be more like readily Warframe presets. You'll want to use those like late game. They're not really going to be for you early game. If you're only going to be using like your one Warframe to like speed through everything, you're only going to really use them. Oh yeah, I can link up now. Okay, cool.
Alright.
So let me just send you a whisper.
What is...
I'll just send you a whisper.
Yeah, it is whisper me. You should know it by now what my stuff is.
That's why I'm entering off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say hi, just a casual. To initiate a private conversation with another player, you must have mastery rank greater than 0, or the conversation partner must be a friend, clanmate, or recent player. Okay, so that's cool that it explains that to new players. So, like I said, the more you rank up your mastery level, the more you're going to have access to. I'll be able to rank up my mastery level after this more than likely, so then we'll be able to link up. So it's going to be... MR1 is when you're able to start playing with people, which I guess makes sense, so they're not just being carried. But it just auto-links you with people anyways. Like, I'm linked with 2 other new players, as you can see. I thought I was able to go ahead and link up. Apparently not. Okay. This has been...
It changed that over the years.
Yeah, because I remember being able to link up earlier than Mastery Rank 1.
Also, side note topic, Ghost.
Yo.
I scrolled to Twitter earlier today.
Oh god, not Twitter. Not that suspect.
I just today, I was like, man, this would be a good day to scroll to Twitter.
The
And then
arms
I
dealer is
see
named
what looks to
Darbo.
be the
He's
making
being
of a
held in
live-action
prison block
Lilo
on
and
the other side of this
Stitch.
factory complex.
Oh god. Oh, hey, look at this. We got the starter crew. We got Volt, Mag, and Excal, and I have speed unlocked. So let's just go fast, boys. Not really too fast, but let's go fast, boys. But yeah, live action Lilo and Stitch. I've been seeing that like all over, and it's nightmare fucking fuel.
Yeah, I don't want that. I refuse to acknowledge that that's going to be a thing.
Oh,
I can't
rescues.
stop it from being a thing, but I just refuse to acknowledge it existed because I'm just like,
The Grenier must have found
I
out.
can feel my childhood being ruined.
They need to... It's the same with, like, Tank, stop biting yourself. It's the same with the How to Train Your Dragon live action. Like, they're changing so much about, like, the characters that are already developed, and it's just like, why?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like,
Focus on the
here's the
mission.
thing, here's
It's
my
our
problem.
only hope of figuring
I
out this link
typically
with him.
don't mind live action stuff, or live action remakes of classic Disney movies from like the 90s and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Or
the
whenever
prison
they
block.
came out, right? I
If you
don't know
can
when they
avoid
came out.
detection by the warden, it may be easier to get Darbo out.
I don't mind them
Bypass
making
the
live
security
action
so we can
remakes,
enter.
because if they do it right and they stay true to the original they stay, like, for instance, of like Little Mermaid, a Walt Disney classic. Granted, sadly, Walt Disney's been dead for a while, but I was also beside the point I'm trying to make is that if they stay true to what Walt had designed, it Kima had hooked up in that skull of his so long ago, when he was first, like, after that sent from, like, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's when it was Steamboat Willie. So, stinking long ago,
How much more simpler things would have been if that stayed in that animation style?
I owe you for
you
this
know,
gift.
I can
my
also
arms
agree
to
with that. Like,
these
things
ornaments
would
were clear of this mess.
look so simple in the fact that we wouldn't
Extraction
have
is
the
ready.
crap we have
Remember,
now.
your success here depends
Yeah.
on getting Darvo
Which
out
is
of there
for
alive.
example, the Little Mermaid one, right?
Which, I mean, I mean, I like the premise of, like, live action remakes, but, like, you can't change the story.
Desperate to send you fetching
original.
rules from my
Like, for example, instead of Ariel being, like, portrayed by a white female actor, they instead made her a black female, re-portrayed her as a black female actor.
Which, I mean, if it was, like, an original character, fine. But she's already established. I don't know why we're having to change stuff now versus, like, what we were back in the day when what I was growing up with. I'm not complaining about it, you know, end of the day representation, but you know, why change the already established character is just what I'm trying to get my point here.
Yeah. Like, I'll agree, like, representation and all that is fine, but it should be done with like,
Original characters.
For as far as like representation of like whether see a different portraying of an original character. Like if you're gonna portray like Ariel, for example,
The captain has been secured.
in a new movie, a black as black and Snow White, at least do it with the intent to like stay true to the original essence of the character, right?
Yeah.
Like stay true to how the character was intended to be portrayed, and don't try to twist it for just for the sake of brownie points, you know?
Yeah.
Because it becomes like when you do that, it's like when you have no choice but to portray things a different way for the sake of immediate brownie points, so your company doesn't get canceled by the news media and like other forms of media who are like against how you want your thing to go, right? It's at that point, it just becomes a matter of
overwhelming, but everything will soon make sense.
it becomes
No
a
guarantees with
matter
no pressure.
at that
But
point
this stuff might not be here next
of
time.
like, do they do this to honor Walt, or do they do
Yours
this for the
Ascaris
sake
is
of not getting
early
canceled?
into
You
your
have to
Warframe.
see the pictures.
I'm worried it will affect your mind.
It's kind of a picture
I
point
can't
kind of
lose
deal,
you,
right?
Tenno.
Yeah.
We must
But
restore
again, you know,
ship's
I'm
boundary
perfectly fine with, you know,
Yeah,
With-
I'm not
with-
saying, like they did wrong by choosing
I am certain they will share it with you.
Halle
Its location
Bailey
has been
as
added
to
to your
portray
navigation
the Ariel in
console.
the live action remake of Little Mermaid.
mhm.
I don't know. It just the whole thing is just like, I guess I'm just like missing the nostalgia.
Tenno, we may have a
Of it.
problem. The colony is
Yeah.
unresponsive.
Different
Get to the
actor
surface so we can
portrayment
see what's
of
going on.
Ariel in this case. You know, like I'm not against anything. Like nothing against like Halle and she did. I think at first I never personally saw the movie myself. I can imagine those that did see it probably Halle did pretty good.
My fiance said she did pretty good. So it's like, you know, some people enjoy it, but then I'm not saying I don't personally agree with representation, because it's good to represent people who haven't had any representation in anything.
Yeah.
But then you got the toxic side of the internet that's just like, oh no, you can't do that. And I don't agree with that part of the internet. What I agree with is, yes, representation, but stay true to the original script that was written.
The Grenier are here, and I cannot find any signs of living.
Like, don't get me wrong, representation,
Still
good.
have a job to do.
Messing up the script, bad.
Yeah, that's bad. Because if you mess with the original script of how the movie or how a character was was originally designed to be done, right?
I mean, it's the best way to put it for this is
you run the risk of these first live action Sonic movie situation where you have the right intentions without the will of the movie to go, but they did such an awful job on the first iteration of the Sonic design that the internet caught wind of this, basically wrapped that company in a chokehold and said either you fix this or we will cancel you until the sun explodes.
yeah.
And they initially didn't fix it, and then the internet basically took them and just canceled them into the sun. And they're like, okay, you win, and they fixed it, and then they did a race. And this is why this ended up being a good thing for the movie company behind the Sonic movies, is that they're coming out with another one. When they came out with a second or third one, with I guess sequel or something.
Yeah, the Sonic movie, the second one is the newest one, but I know they're working on the third.
Yeah, when they did with it, so they learned, but they did the right thing and learned from their mistake. And instead of not learning from their mistake and messing up the Sonic design a second time in a row, they decided to learn from their mistake they did with the first one, and they actually kept the same design for Sonic that they ended up doing after the internet canceled them.
Yeah. Which, I mean, good on them, because...
Yeah. Which is good on them, because let's be real, the internet is a double. I described this to my former general manager. I say former because at the time we're having this discussion, he was a general manager, but then he had no. But recently he had to. He unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, he had to step down as general manager of my workplace, which is sad because he was the two actual general managers that we've had at my job that were hired since I've been working there. This one I genuinely took a good liking to, and I told him after I was leaving on his before I left work on his last day, I was like, Daryl, it's been a genuine pleasure working with you.
Yeah.
The other general manager, fun that we had before this guy, got fired. Corporate stepped in, and they fired him for reasons. As to what reasons, that is beyond my pay grade, and for the better, because I really don't want to know, to be quite fair.
That's beyond what I want to get paid for. That's beyond me, lads.
That's beyond my hourly rate of pay. That is, and also, even if I was a manager, I still wouldn't care.
Yeah.
About that information, because it's none of my business.
What he got fired for is what he got fired for.
Yeah, but however, whatever he did to get fired is between him and the upper echelon corporate of my job.
Yep. But that's how it should be. You know, people shouldn't be snooping around for what happened with their general manager to get fired. But some people do.
Yeah. Because literally one day it was like, I'm just sitting at home, chilling. I get a message on the app that is tied to my job that we use to communicate. We're like people trying to pick up shifts and whatnot, right? Our district manager, a district oversight manager,
Your foundry segment is ready
as
for
far as the
installation.
totem pole goes, is a next step above a general, like the store manager, like the top dog of a location.
Yeah.
his immediate superior is the boss over the entire district.
Here, the operator
And that spans like a couple. That spans more than just like just the area. No, that goes. That is like a state. That is like a several states.
Our component storage has been
So
looted
it
as
goes to
well.
districts, right? Districts in my job are like broken up into like several little state sections, little groups of states.
We will need resources in order
And
to
our
build the countermeasure
the
blueprint.
manager, the overall site manager for my particular district, is based in Tennessee.
I just received a
Oh.
very explicit message from your ship, Seven.
So she's not
If you're looking
actually
for resources, why
my
don't you just
district,
say
my
so?
oversight manager for
I know
my
just the place
storage
where I
district
demanded apology. My mother
is
she would
based
never
in Tennessee, but she is like
You
if
can
we,
go
when we
straight
get
to
a general manager again, she will be their direct
You may
superior.
want to get a new ship,
Yeah.
Seven, when you can afford it.
So any sort of like marching orders for the company for our particular location
For resources.
or any location in any of the locations within her district, she will pass down to the general managers of those stores in her district,
Yeah.
and then they in turn will pass it along to the rest, to their staff member, to those general managers' employees, including all of his assistants and the team lead, whatever team, if ever the location has a team lead.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, it's all that. It's a whole thing. Like, I could probably bore y'all with details constantly, but
Yeah, but you know, details, schmetails.
some details, like,
Darvo's intel suggests that this outpost is host to several rich supply caches.
yeah, like I've had
Raid
two.
the caches
I've
and
had
take
to
what
work
you
with two
need.
general managers
This
over
outpost belongs to
the
Corpus,
year plus
a
I've been at
secretive
my
but
current job,
extremely powerful
and the
martial
one that
cult known
left
to be working
due
with
to
the
unforeseen
Green.
circumstances is probably my favorite of the two.
I mean, people generally have their favorites for general managers. Oh, so since we're on the Corpus tile set, one thing I will tell you guys is magnetic damage is your godsend here. Oh, and I can show you guys a hack that we were talking about for the Corpus. It's relatively simple early on, you know. Babies can do this. Just make a triangle.
They sell anything.
Well, I'm not even in the Discord. Whoops.
Don't get me wrong. I like profits. A lot. But I don't sell my wares to the damned greedy. That's unforgivable.
Bro, it disconnected me fully. What the fun? Polly.
If we get to that point in this with this account, right?
My bad. Can you go back on that because my Discord crashed? I was tuning into a Twitch stream to like keep my watch streak up. I'm at like a 50.
Oh, jeez, okay. So yes, so if those who are paying attention to the YouTube stream, you have just recently interacted with a Corpus early game hacking thing, or mini game, right?
Yeah, easy.
Those are the early game ones are easy. It's when we get to the point with this account to where we are dealing with the later game Corpus planets, like forget what you call it.
Isn't Saturn a Corpus planet?
Saturn?
No, Jupiter. Jupiter's Corpus.
Find
that would be.
You almost have what you need.
Neptune, I think is Corpus, or maybe Grenier.
It's either Neptune or Uranus is Corpus, and then the other one is Grenier.
Uranus is Grenier because you have the friggin' what's her pain in the butt, like River Farm. Frickin' Warframe's name.
The one on Neptune?
No, the one on Uranus.
Oh, Uranus.
Frickin' Tal Rieger, the friend you get from Farming Tal Rieger.
You can technically get two there because of the Mannix. You can get Ash from that planet, and then the other one that you get from the main boss fight.
You will come to me.
Talrigger boss fights.
Oh, I'll figure it out. I can Google it real quick.
Yeah, I can actually know it.
Well, it's probably more efficient for you.
Yeah, I guess I'm actually... Yeah. Universe, Warframes... Equinox.
Equinox is like... How do we explain this in the most efficient way possible? Warframe, take 3-day build. Equinox, technically, take 9-day build.
6-day build.
9, if you think about it.
9, yeah, technically 9.
Because you got to build 2 different frames, and then you put those 2 frames into the main frame.
Yeah.
So you're waiting 9 days for one Warframe.
Yeah. So the thing with Equinox, for those, like, Equinox, you would think, oh, it's not that big deal, you just gotta fight Talrigger. You have to fight, you basically will have to farm Talrigger till your eyes start bleeding.
One frame that I think...
Because the thing with Equinox is that you have to farm 2 different, it's one of those frames, it's like, oh, it's got 2, you think it's not that special. But in reality, it has 2 different forms, and they each do have different bonuses.
This is like one of the situations you'll hear me and Omega say, Prime is better than the base frame to farm.
Yes.
It's easier.
Are you alright?
Equinox is one of those cases where the farming to get the Prime version, to get Equinox Prime,
It's easier.
considerably less time consuming and painstaking than the farming time frame to get base Equinox.
Lotus, do something. Help the operator.
Because with Equinox Prime, you just have to find the main blueprint, the main blueprints, the blueprint for the neuroptics, the system of the chassis, and then bada bing bada boom, build it all, you're done.
Yep.
Whereas with the base version, you have to not only farm the night form,
But the day form.
full form blueprints,
Operator,
and then
not
the chassis,
abandoning
the
me
objects,
again.
and systems
Build the
for each one of those. Build those, which each of those so it's 12 hours, so let's break it down. So
12 hours per piece, 3 days per form.
So that's like
3 days.
6 hours for the pieces. If you start them all if you start them all at the same time, don't start them one by one. It'll be 12 hours for all 3 pieces, which is the best ideal way to go about it.
Yep.
And then you get those built, and 12 those will be done in 12 hours. And then depending on which ones you can, which 2 forms you got all the pieces for, the resources to build it, you then have to wait 72 hours for one of the forms. And then you have with Equinox, you have 2 forms, but normal Equinox, you have to farm Talrigger to get the main. You can buy the overall main blueprint off the Warframe market, off the in-game market, right? The one that you can buy it with like credits, only like maybe a couple hundred credits, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you can also do it through the arsenal.
For the arsenal, yeah.
Make it easier instead of go into the market. You can just quickly do it through the arsenal. One frame I will get early on to demonstrate to you guys how good it is Rhino. Rhino is super good early for new players.
Yeah, Rhino is a solid early game beefcake frame. Because if you can maximize your usage, his Rhino Stomp,
And then Diamond Skin.
plus your Iron Skin is one of the few Warframe abilities that will allow you to just waltz right through laser right through laser barriers and not even bat an eye. I know this because I've done it numerous times at this point on Rhino Prime.
Yeah, we can demonstrate prime frames and stuff, a little later on.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to have a prime frame super early in the game because of the relic farms.
Yeah.
The relic farms are going to be something that we're going to get into at around Mars because that's when they're more prominent because you got to do those. You go to Phobos. Phobos you can farm Mars, not Mars. Mag, Mars you can farm Excalibur. So like we were saying, super accessible early on, which is why you want to go for Volt as early as you can at the start, because you're gonna have to get into a clan, and you're gonna have to be an MR1 to even get into a clan to interact with people. So
if you're new, as someone
Good work. We
we're
have
better players.
coordinates in this nav set
So
to put
we
the galleon on a direct course to a convoy of colonists. You'll have a choice. You can extract
on your
them,
main,
or you can disable
you
the
first started on your
galleon and
main. Did you
save the
choose Volt
colonists.
off the rip, or who did you
Saving
choose?
the colonists
me personally,
jeopardizes this mission.
I was, led along by like Iflin and his beginner guide to like pick Excal, because he said Excal was the best and Volt was hard to learn. So I do have my regrets picking Excal early, because I wasn't able to get Volt super early, unless I got into like we were saying, a super well developed guild that had all of the research finished for everything. And that's where you're gonna get other frames. Is you'll get Wukong there, you'll get Zephyr there, you'll get Neja,
Zephyr,
and then Volt.
Volt, if you didn't choose him off the rip.
That's all the frames, but
the frames you'll get from the dojo.
but then you also have the wide selection of different labs that you can get. You got the Tenno lab, which is obviously where you're getting your frames, but you can get other weapons.
Other like Tenno themed weapons there.
You've got the Bio lab, which is the Infested, the Energy lab, which is Corpus. You got the Grenier based lab, whichever one that is.
Yeah.
The Orican lab, which isn't really needed anymore. Orican lab was kind of back in the day, early game, where you could set, control points on like junctions and keep other clans from going in there, or basically give new players an even harder time. I remember those days. I got put through hell on a the junctions, because back in the day when people could do that, they would just throw their Prime frame on there and you'd have to go in there and battle with them. And I got, slaughtered by an Excal Prime early in the game as like not even a fully leveled up Volt. I got slaughtered. So it was like, why am I playing this game? Why do I put myself through this? Oh yeah, because I heard it's a good game. In hindsight, DE, the people who made this game, they have really improved it from the start. I know a lot of people back in the day used to say, I can't do Warframe, it's not for me. Well, it's probably still not for you. My personal advice, give it a try. Give it a try now. It's better. It's improved significantly.
Yeah, it has come a very, very long way in its current, in its 10 plus years lifespan at this point.
I think it's going on its 11th year, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what it's 10 plus. So it's basically going on 11 years now. And it's just like, the starting sequence you are watching on stream now
It's come a long way.
is completely
Take him out.
different, I think.
Yeah. Besides the main quest.
When Ghost and I took our first steps into the world of Warframe.
Besides like Vor's Prize has pretty much remained the same. The whole
Is the same, but like the rest of the starting stuff.
the whole new like selection, all of that. Yeah, we didn't experience that, so you guys are getting a much more like drawn out.
More streamlined, more drawn out, more like
cinematic.
Start to your journey into Warframe, versus in comparison to Ghost and I, who both have like several tons of time and money dumped into this game.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit I have spent money to get platinum just so I could like get stuff from players, which platinum is your premium currency. You can get it for free.
Yeah, I will admit I have spent IRL money on this game too, not necessarily to buy plats, but I bought like I supported some Tenogen people, which if you have the financial ability, do it. Because there's some people who create because that's the thing, like, there are for some frames, they don't have, that's right. Yeah.
Like, they don't have the...
They don't have, like, some frames don't have a deluxe skin, or if they do, it's kind of on the ant tier for some people. But they'll have a Townsend skin that somebody, like, a fan of the game, right? A member of the fan base created themselves.
I mean, don't get it wrong, guys. We're not saying
the Townsend skin looks better than whatever deluxe options this particular frame has.
Yeah, and like, we're just saying, you know, if you have the financial stability, not like, oh, just like go broke on, we're not saying go broke on Warframe. If you have the financial stability and you get into the game and you want to support people who make, you know, skins, hey, Tenogen exists.
Tenogen exists for a reason, and there's some pretty dope Tenogen stuff. People who make sign guns, people have made skins for custom skins, Tenogen skins for melee, for like all kinds of weapon classes, like most if not all the weapon classes in the game.
And then not to mention some of the, you know, deluxe skins, yeah, they're cool. They come with their own unique animation sets, but
yeah.
You know, why go for something that's going to cost you 165 plus platinum when you can get, you know, the same thing from
like
Tenogen?
5, 6, you can get like the same, like a same or even better look for fashion, like fashionability for your Warframe.
With Tenogen.
With Tenogen, and spending like maybe $5 or $6 here and there, and getting some Tenogen stuff, which supports a very, very good thing.
Also, one thing I will raise you guys' attention to is there are scammers on Warframe who will try and say, you know, the normal stuff, you know, hi, I'm messaging as a representative from, you know, Digital Extreme saying your account is a compromisation. Don't trust them unless they have DE by their name. That is the best way to tell if it's Digital Extreme's employees.
Yeah.
I'll demonstrate that with Kickbot in just a sec.
Yeah.
When this guy decides he wants to come to Extraction.
Because believe us both, I personally have never been victim of a Warframe-related scam.
But they exist.
But they do exist.
And it's unfortunate because a lot of people lose their accounts.
And for anyone who is just like either naive or just flat out unwise and has not been made aware of that these scams exist,
it can cost you your account.
You will find yourself falling into the trap of someone who will really rinse you your entire life savings.
There was this YouTuber, I'm not going to get into him much, I don't want to talk about it, you know, I don't want to associate with it.
It's one of those, like, it's sort of a sore spot for the Warframe community because of just how awful his behavior was.
So what he did, in a sense, was he promoted a boosting service, which... By the way, I do recommend I know I didn't read it on this account for everyone, but I've already read the EULA. I know everything behind it. I recommend you read the EULA so you know what you have to do, what you don't break, so you don't get banned. The boosting service strictly goes against the EULA. It's entirely illegal to promote that. You're spending money to have someone log on to your account to basically speed run you through everything, get you... however high you pay them. So if you pay them to get you to Master Rank 30, they're going to get you to Master Rank 30, but there's also the potential you don't see your account again.
System is in chaos, and it needs It's you.
because they can take that account because you send them your login credentials, which, yeah, never do that.
And we have seen that the
That's
Corvus have begun amassing weapons
just a way for you to lose your account.
It is a dangerous time.
Yeah, you will more often than not.
Never see your account.
You will more often than not never see, because I was like, in order for them to do this for you, you have to, you have no choice but to send them the login credentials for your account. Especially if you have 2FA. The minute you send them the 2FA code, and they convince you to change everything about your 2FA to whatever, you will never be able to access your account ever again because they will lock you out.
They will change everything on your account, and they will say, hey, yeah, I made this account. This is my account. Or sometimes they can report you to DE and get your account terminated by saying you took the account, because they'll have the email and stuff, and you won't have the proof because they can change that.
Yeah.
The only proof you'll have is a similar name on a different email. That's it.
One of the two things will happen if you become the victim of a Warframe scammer. You will either A, lose access to your account, or B, they will just flat out terminate your account from existence, period.
Yeah.
You will lose the worst lesser of the two evils is you'll lose access to your account, which still sucks, depending on how much time, money, and progress you dumped into the account at the time of this happening. The worst case scenario is that your whole account gets terminated, and then at that point you can basically kiss any progress you've made, any money you spent,
Goodbye.
any time you dumped, and all that jazz. Any amount of effort you put into anything, any of your progress and rewarding stuff on Warframe, basically can't say goodbye to your account gets terminated because you ain't getting that back.
Unless you submit a ban appeal to DE and they're like, oh, well, we can lessen the ban because they've done that for the dude. He's only banned until the end of this year, which is unfortunate because he was promoting literal scams, which is against the EULA. He was permabanned, but then he submitted his appeal, and he got it lessened to a year, which, in my opinion, shouldn't have been lessened that far down, but I can't do anything about it. I don't work at DE. And even if I did,
I would say, if it was up to me how to deal with it, I would just terminate his whole account. I don't know his name, and I would just flat out terminate his entire progress because of that.
yeah.
But unfortunately, sadly, it is not up to me, so yeah.
It's not up to me either, but, it's whatever. Can't do anything about it. End of the day. There we go. Now I can link up with you.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sir Ghostface?
practically what I'm using on Discord, just with Sir and 799
Gotcha.
instead of Mr. Basically still me. That's my handle now. I've changed my handle completely.
Yeah.
Oh, Floyd Trace. Oh, wait, no. I can't do that. I don't have the segment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't have the segment yet, bud.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get that
something
segment.
I was telling Ghost earlier when I was messaging him on Discord. I was playing before he was doing this. I basically was playing the campaign of Advanced Warfare because I'd never played it before and I wanted to play it, right?
Mm-hmm.
After a point, it just will start making your entire not just your game audio, but your entire desktop audio feed as a whole just start crackling and like, as someone who, like, hates when my own headset does that without me, like,
You don't need to thank me.
what you call it, but, like, as someone who hates that when that happens, it's like, it's sort of like a negative sensory effect where it just kind of bothers me just for, like, sensory reasons.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, like, I hate it, and it got so bad to the point where, the song I'm listening to right now, its normal pace is actually it's got a pretty quick pace to it, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
The crackling was so bad that it slowed it down and made it even worse.
Jesus.
It's a good song. The song itself is fantastic. It's one of my favorite songs off of this album. The album it's on. But it's the fact that the game audio, like desktop audio as a whole, was so awful while playing Advanced Warfare. That
It was unbearably staticky.
That it slowed down the pace of a song that has a pretty rapid pace normally. Like, that's saying something. And I'm gonna look into how I can fix that.
Yeah.
Because I ran into almost exact same similar issue when I was going through the campaign of Call of Duty Ghosts. Although with Ghosts, I only need to do to give it a temporary fix was to just, like, completely exit the game, relaunch it, and get back to it. So it would be fixed for maybe, like, 10-20 minutes of gameplay, and then it would start back up again.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to keep doing that, but
I will be right back. I'm gonna bring my phone with me, but I will be right back for everyone on stream. I'm gonna go prep my mom's coffee real quick. I'm gonna discuss what to do with Omega for, beginning stuff, speed run through stuff, get to where I need to go. So bear with me here. It'll be like maybe 2-3 minutes tops. Doesn't take too long to prep coffee.
Nora has it on good authority that rail pirates are hungry after a cold weekend, sweet thing. Check your mags and keep the gas tanks full.
Fossa on Venus. That's where Rhino be. I'm super squishy, by the way, so don't mind me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm extremely squishy on Warframe right now.
Yes, you're squishy boy.
Well, I can't help that I. Well,
You're on a new account, so like.
I just got an achievement for putting mods on.
Nice. Yep.
Except that.
Do what I just did, so that way it'd be easier to fucking snag you.
For, you know,
Time is right.
whenever we do more of these videos or streams, because there's going to be more in the future, guys. Don't worry. This isn't a one-off thing that I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be more of these in the future. Don't you worry.
It's...
Actually, hang on. I need to figure out what weapon. Since we're doing with the Jackal, right?
Yep, so that's Corpus stuff.
Yeah, it's corporate stuff.
Yeah, we're jumping completely into Venus, by the way, guys. That was our game plan.
Yeah, we're just casually just jumping straight to Venus. Not a big deal.
I mean, basically, I'm gonna be able to go to Venus eventually anyways. I already have the junction, so you've gotta do Saya's Vigil, and then you gotta rank up a mod, and then boom, you go to Venus. But why would you want to wait that long?
Isn't also Duviri like a new way to start off a game?
It used to be like a selection. You can technically go in here, and yeah, Duviri Paradox, you can technically just go ahead and select it as a new player from the quest menu.
Yeah.
So, you guys are getting a lot, like, more to start with than, you know, me and Omega had. We had to start how we're doing it now in the vanilla game. All the...
As you can see, you can literally start Duviri, like, right off the rip, right?
Yep.
Absolutely start Duviri right off the rip. But if you want the true original, like, new player experience for Warframe, do it the old-fashioned way. Don't start to... We recommend you... Like, if you want to experience the story how we experienced it during our first steps into the game,
do the vanilla.
Don't, as a new player, jump straight into the Duviri, because let's be honest, there will be a lot of context, I think, that you will be missing.
Like what you're gonna be missing out on is who's the Drifter. No one know. You're not gonna know who the Drifter is. Who's Teshin? You're not gonna know who Teshin is.
There's gonna be a lot of stuff if you jump straight to the Duviri after you hit, like, as soon as you're able to do it, that you're gonna be wondering what is going on.
Which is why, you know, the best thing to do...
Who are these people this man is discussing right now?
Like, the best thing to do is go through everything the way it's supposed to. So after Vor's Prize, you're gonna go for Saya's Vigil, which is over on Cetus. You gotta do a bounty. And then you're gonna go, you know, slowly progress your way down. And once you start getting to... Where's it at? The Second Dream ends your Warframe tutorial. That is where the tutorial for Warframe ends. You're veteran enough. You'll be okay. You'll be good on your own. After the Second Dream, it opens up into, you know, Octavia's Anthem, Zanzibanaro, Silver Grove, Jordas Precept, Hidden Messages, The War Within, amazing quest.
War Within is fantastic.
Rising Tide, amazing quest.
Able to do War Within, I was blown away by just... War Within is a good quest. New War, which that is a much longer game quest.
Let me just go ahead and tell you guys ahead of time, the Sacrifice is hands down one of the best, if not the best quest we have in the game right now. Hands down, Sacrifice still holds up to this day.
Yeah, Sacrifice is a very, very good quest.
And you basically...
Very good quest.
You'll get a free Warframe out of it. It's a version of Excalibur.
You'll get what is basically the broke man's Excal Prime.
Yeah.
Just overall, actually, statistically better.
Because what he comes with, instead of you having to go out of your way, go to Borrow, we'll explain him in time. He should be coming back this upcoming week anyways.
He was just this past weekend, not this current one wrong, but the weekend past, he was just here, so it might be a bit. I don't know.
He was here. He was here not this current weekend. He was here last weekend, so he'll be here next week.
Okay. Yeah.
He comes around every 2 weeks. So on Friday, Barrow will be here on Friday. I will do a Warframe stream on the main account, and I'll show you Barrow, because this new account's not going to have access to like trading with him. He'll be in different areas that I won't have access to. So we'll do Barrow on the main account. But you know, he gives you not free stuff, but it's an easy way to get a primed mod instead of buying it from someone. And you know, as you see, I'm sure on credits I wouldn't be able to buy a prime mod off of somebody. I need 1 million credits for just the trade tax alone, which is ridiculous. Also, new players, use your starting platinum on Warframe slots. Yes, I know Arsenal slots are there too, but a Warframe slot is going to benefit you a lot more. Buy yourself 2 Warframe slots, boom, you've already expanded your ability to have more Warframes early on. So you have equipment, inventory. I just went ahead and bought them. So you'll start with 1 extra Warframe slot. Buying 2 allows you to just get 3 more Warframes from your original one. So Excal, Mag, and Rhino is what you could go for. You could go for trying to farm, get your relics when that's open, and then jumping into random relic missions, hoping you get all the stuff for the frames. Obviously, you're not going to have the resources. Those are late game. I'll show you how late game, because I can look at that real quick. Yeah, all the way over here in this little place beside Europa called the Void. That is where you will get majority of the stuff you need, called an Argon Crystal. You need about 2 of those most times. I am going very in-depth, and I hope people are keeping up. If not, I apologize if I'm speaking too fast. I'm gonna do this until about... How far in here are we? We'll stop at about 9:15 for me, which is Central Standard Time, so about 10:15 for Omega if he's still on for that. We'll stop about that time. I feel like that's a good beginning start.
That's a good beginning chunk, yeah. And then I have an idea.
And like I said, we're...
Next Warframe stream, do you want to just, maybe stream main account when you and I just go or do, whatever on main account, on your main?
Yeah, because obviously we're going to take a break every so often. We'll do a main account stream, and then we'll do a beginner guide. Main account stream will just be us demonstrating the speedy way of getting something, or showing you the late game stuff. Like, maybe I'll rerun Sacrifice so you guys can... Well, no, I won't rerun that. I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah, don't spoil that. Don't rerun Sacrifice. Like Liches, or just a lot of,
bounties. Bounties. Deimos bounties. Fortuna bounties. Cetus bounties. Zeramin bounties.
Did you already mention that?
Yeah. Deimos was the first one I mentioned.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, you kind of cut out for me on that one, so maybe...
Zeramin bounties, which we'll get to those on this account eventually. I'm not going to do those. Zeramin is way late game. You're not going to understand any of that. I'm not going to do that yet.
Yeah. Zeramin stuff, plus also Railjack is also going to be another thing too, that's another quest to call it Tempestari.
Liches are late game, but I'll do a Lich hunt with Omega just for the lulz. Just for the lulz, you know. I'm not a beginner, so...
I'm still trying to work on getting my own Lich on my account, which I only have 1 account. And that's the account you see that it will be... That is the account you will see that will be consistently if I can manage it in stream, you will see helping Ghost's old fresh start account, G account.
The one I'm circling right now with the cursor. But yeah, that's his main account. He likes Valkyrie Prime. He'd go crazy with Valkyrie Prime. Oh, that's cool. New players.
Just wait till you see the damage.
New players cannot see like operators and stuff until they do Second Dream. So there's an operator there. Trust me. We just can't see it on this account. There is an operator. Operators are what you use. I'm not going to get into that. That's spoiler territory.
That is spoiler territory. We will not be discussing that on stream until you do Second Dream on stream.
Yeah, which, you know, like I said, that'll probably be done in like the first 100 hours of this gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's like easy peasy stuff. Like the first 100 hours of this stuff is just like
your tutorial. That's the first 100 hours of Warframe.
The first 100 hours of the game is what essentially encompasses the actual true tutorial for Warframe. Anything beyond the first 100 hours is like open season to whatever you want to try to go for.
Now, I will tell you guys, quests and getting primes, that's not end game for Warframe. What is end game for Warframe? Fashion.
Fashion.
I shit you not. Fashion is the end game. I'll show you what we meant by Tennogen is you can get a better thing out of this. So we'll look up Tenno Gen. We'll just pick a random Tennogen skin here at random. We'll just, you know, blindly scroll here and yeah. Not the best one, but that's a Tennogen skin. It's an Oberon Tennogen skin. 165 platinum. You know, you can get that relatively easy. If you have the stuff to sell, once you hit Mastery Rank 3, is when trading becomes available. So early game, your only way to get platinum is by buying it. Like me and Omega were saying, if you're financially stable, go for it. If not, don't worry, because there are free ways to make platinum. So, anyways, let's go run at least one Jackal fight before the stream ends.
Sure. All right.
At least one. I think we have enough time to fit in at least a Jackal fight.
Yeah, a Jackal. Okay. I was distracted trying to figure out what primer I wanted to use because, well, I love my Cornets.
Yeah, Jackal can probably just eat that.
Don't like Cornets.
Jackal probably just eats that.
Jackal's a corpus thing, so
You're gonna want like magnetic.
Well, to be fair, Jackal's like Corinth is also like pretty strong.
Yeah. Another thing you could bring is I'm not gonna say the name of the weapon. Well, I'll just say it because you know clans are accessible this early on, so you'll know what it is by the time you get to a clan. The Arcoplasmor is a pretty good shotgun to bring.
Luckily, mine is twice formed.
I've only formed mine once on my main account.
Oh, and I have space for mods.
Oh shit.
Hold on. I currently have radiation on here.
Radiation, I think, can do some pretty good work to Jackal, though.
Because it's already an electrical shotgun. Where's my heat coming from? Hello?
Jackal, I'm pretty sure once you hit him with status effects, that's just gonna...
So default deals radiation damage by default.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, you're gonna hit him with, you know, the rad proc, and it's just gonna do some overall overtime damage.
It's just gonna do... Magnetic is what? Cold and what?
It's time
Cold
for Nora to say goodnight.
and lightning? Electric?
Yep.
Tank, what are you doing? You're just over there inhaling, exhaling at the door. Like, what are you doing? And you're gonna wag your tail at me.
Tank being a doofus. That's what Tank doing. Tank being a doofus.
We love him, though. Just like we love Vessel from Sleep Token.
Yeah, we love a tank. He may be a dingus, but he's our dingus.
Hey, that's the same way us Sleep Token fans feel about Vessel, man.
Yeah.
He's a buffoon, but he's our buffoon. He is. He's the biggest goofball on stage, but I love it.
Yeah.
He gets into it on stage. Like, he will straight up, like, break into a fucking dance on stage.
Really?
Yeah, he'll straight up dance on stage. Like, whenever there's an instrumental and he's not singing, he'll just straight up start dancing on stage.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I'll send you the video after this because, you know, obviously copyrighted sound.
Because I need to see freaking... I need to see Vessel just
Break into dance.
just busting a move, just busting a good move.
I've got another one to send you after that. It's 3 screaming at the crowd for like a minute. In the
Terrifying.
It's hilarious because one of the women were screaming a lyric to the song in the crowd, like, "Are you in pain like I am?" And 3 just looks out there, "I don't think so." We love Sleep Token. They're goofballs, but we love them.
Off is the question is crits. Where is...
Yeah, rediscovering Sleep Token was probably the best thing that's happened to me, not gonna lie.
I need more status. Ah, yes. Uh-huh.
You know what would be kinda crazy if, let's say the doxing, I mean, I know this is true, right? But there's people who are saying, what if the doxing isn't actually real, and it's Vessel and all of them just making an extreme marketing ploy for their tour and new album? I'm like, that would be crazy.
That would be not even a wild twist of events, you know?
But
So
as
they
fact...
they would set up this entire doxing thing just for the sake of promoting something. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, like, how that would come across to, like, the fans and whatnot, right?
Like, obviously it's not true, because why would they go out of their way to fake a birth certificate when it literally leaked 3's address? 3's address got leaked.
Jesus, okay.
Why would they leak their own member's address just as a marketing ploy? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that would be very atypical. That would not be very I almost call him something. That would be very atypical. That would not be very Sleep Token-y of them.
No, and I mean, the fact that they're pressing charges against the guy says everything we need to know. That it's definitely real. And it's unfortunate because apparently the person has done it before. I think they were responsible for doxing another masked band. I don't know another masked band that got doxed. Did Ghost ever get doxed?
I have a shotgun ribbon mod that's like, kills 6 enemies with headshots while alone or in solo mode. It's veiled. So, like, I'll eventually work on that eventually. I hate the kick gun ribbon mods. They're like, oh, catch 1 fish, mine 1 gem medal, and kill 1 enemy in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Who has that time? Who can do all that in 30 seconds?
I'll tell you who. Pupsker.
True.
Pupsker has, like, all the time on his hands. Oh,
Saying, like,
I ran into the...
You want to go into, like, how do you pull that off? Like, how can you do all that? Which, let's be real, catching a fish is a time-consuming process as it is.
Yep.
And then, on top of that, having to mine a gem or metal and kill somebody in half a minute.
You basically need all of that in one close proximity, and you've got to get extremely lucky with the fish, because fishing takes forever. I'll demonstrate that.
We'll demonstrate that when the time comes for it, but,
Deimos fishing is probably easier.
So right now I have my, Arga Plasmors.
I'm looking at everything you have on. Like you got Valkyria Prime, you got Steel Charge, Arcoplasmor.
I don't have frickin' anywho. Sorry, just complaining at being dumb. So my Arcoplasmor status chance is at 86.8%.
Jesus.
So I am making sure at any way possible I am guaranteeing that this jackal rots.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much what you want to do. You want to proc him with as much as you can, so that way he's taking the additional damage.
That's dealt with. Let's boogie.
Yeah, cause.
Oh, where's it on Venus?
Fossa.
Fossa.
It's relatively like.
Go.
Yeah, this is like not something you want to do like early game, by the way, guys. But I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. We both have
I've dropped.
We've run this route before.
I've
Numerous times ago, Rhinos.
I've dropped at least almost 1,100 hours on my main account in Warframe.
In an attempt to exert power and authority, the Corpus have continued to refine
It's kind of nutty, but I've dropped a lot of hours in Warframe.
determine its location aboard this vessel.
This game used to be a huge addiction back in the day. It still is, but not as much as it used to be. Oh yeah, Corpus tile sets, lads. Cameras exist. Those are going to be a pain for some people early on.
Disrupting the jackal's auto repair
yeah. No witnesses perform 100 stealth kill. I'm just shocking people into stealth kill. Oh, Moa noticed me. Hi Star, welcome into the stream. We're about to end this episode, but
remember, the jackal's auto
we will be back.
Make this a battle of attrition.
We'll do another Warframe stream on the beginning account.
Still mobile despite the
Probably
damage. It could give you an opening.
Tuesday, Wednesday, give or take.
Massive flex plates on the torso.
Oh, don't worry, you didn't miss much. It's just the first like beginning chunk. It's not too much missed.
Use your Parazon.
Use the Parazon? Oh yeah, I'll demonstrate this. Yeet. Yeah, his boss fights changed significantly from what I remember it being back in the day. But that's what I like about Warframe. It's a always evolving game. It's not content being one thing. It's open world, it's, you know, all this other stuff. It's amazing how far Warframe has come in the time that I've played it. But no, you didn't miss much, Star. It's just we're doing the first beginning part. We're doing one quick Rhino run to get the part needed. I'll buy the main blueprint. And then that's the beginning episode of this series done. Yeah, I know I'm running out of cover, Lotus. That helps me out a lot. I'm not going to be able to get through that. He's got an electric shield around it. Unless I go up and over? Yeah, up and over.
Overdrive precepts. Watch for increased attack speed.
Alright, back leg. Down. Perfect. Yeah, we're basically just throwing this guy into, you know, his overdrive mode as quick as we can, which is kind of awesome. Because a new player is not going to be able to do this as quick, which is unfortunate. I'm going to die. Yep. Alright, boys, here we go. This is the first demonstration of being downed in Warframe. I'll burn some affinity for this because I don't care. Could do the Parazon thingy. Yep. So then we got the last back leg, which is just, you know, already almost dead. Good lord. Okay. It's dead. I think. Oh no, we'll know whenever he goes into... There it is. Uh-oh. Going the other way, going the other way. Going the other way, going the other way. I don't miss this at all about the Jackal boss fight.
It's sending out distress waves.
Alright, there you go, chat. That's the end of the Jackal fight. Relatively simple. I think I'm going to end after this, actually. It's almost 9:15, and I say this is a good way to end off, is with a Jackal run.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I think I'm going to stream tomorrow.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
I'll do the main account stream tomorrow. We'll do the alt account stream again Monday. We'll do it every other day for the alt account. I think that's a pretty good way to do it. Keep me from burning out on it. Ruh-roh. Did my speaker go out? Alright, everybody. We got the chassis. I just got marked for death by Stalker off rip. What? Omega.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's one boss fight off rip. I feel bad for new players.
Yeah,
that's never happened.
That is an alarmingly quick pace to get marked by Stalker.
Even on my Xbox account, not the one linked to anything, we never got marked by death for Stalker until like our third or fourth Jackal run on that account. The fact that it's off the first run is concerning.
That is very concerning, yes. Holy crap, yeah.
Well, we'll be able to explain Stalker eventually now, I guess. Great.
Yeah, that's gonna be...
Alright, chat, this is the end of the beginning, almost an hour and 42 minutes in for Warframe, and we got basically started on another frame. We got the beginning stuff out of the way. The beginning stuff takes the longest. Smooth sailing from here. It's just going to be a straightforward smooth sail from here. So I'll see you tomorrow with the main account stream, and then we'll see you Monday with the resolution for Rhino, and all that good stuff. Talk to you later, everybody.